Welcome into Tanjet Zone, episode 12. I'm one of your hosts, Ricky, alongside Chris.
Yo.
Will.
Hello.
And Terrell.
Howdy, howdy.
Alright, episode 12, we're doing VelociPastor review.
Train wreck of a movie.
Oh, it's god awful.
Terrell kept telling me his life was changed, and I have been converted to whatever religion this movie turned me to.
I mean, just watching this movie the first time, I wasn't prepared. I'm a believer now.
Yeah.
All hail the VelociPastor.
For those that haven't seen it already, you want to, since you're the expert on this film, you want to, what was this film about?
I mean,
this is the third time I believe you've seen it.
It is, but it doesn't make me any better than you guys. Like, literally, I don't... So, the man, he goes... after his parents are blown up in an accident... he goes to China to, I guess, find himself, and happens upon a claw from a dinosaur that allows him to transform into a velociraptor. And then he uses this to fight crime and ninjas.
Oh, no. He got the idea from a hooker.
Oh, yeah. The idea to fight crime was by a hooker.
Who he slept with. Later.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure repeatedly.
I still say I like that backstory better than Batman's. It's way more interesting.
Okay, as someone who grew up with a Catholic family, this movie was hilarious. I mean, I'm not Catholic in myself anymore, not very religious, but knowing what I know from my background, like the title itself, VelociPastor, the dude's a priest. Pastors and priests are different things. Little things
Pastors
like that.
can actually get married.
And then yeah. And then he was like, I don't believe in dinosaurs.
Dude, you turned to a dinosaur and you just killed that guy.
I don't believe in dinosaurs. It was awesome.
We talk about his parents we just laughed that his parents died, but his parents got blown up in a car that we didn't get to see.
No,
and then when the camera's over there, it was just say
they didn't
CGI.
have the budget for it. It just said
CGI.
VFX.
CGI, yeah, effects.
Car on fire.
Car on
There's just
fire.
nothing. There's nothing there.
So then him just
police
screaming
marker.
at the text. It was
And then his,
I mean, that's commitment to the role.
serving priest was hilarious. Parents died because, or what was it? Parents died. What did you say?
People die all the time, or,
Parents
Yeah.
die, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what they
it's
do.
okay,
Here,
Doug.
take another-
Parents die.
take some
That's
more
what
wine.
They do.
Yeah, drink some more of this wine. Be
Have
all
some
right.
more wine. They're just drinking in the middle of the church.
They had that weird conversation where it pans out, but then it shows like close-ups on their faces as they're talking.
At the same time.
That was unnecessary.
Oh man.
Because then their body language didn't match that. Because at one point, the one other priest is like nodding his head to it, and then it just shows his face is just not doing anything.
You can only do that in video games.
No, it was fantastic. That was the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know.
Yeah, the costumes were so bad.
I mean,
You
just
think-
total.
Like they went. I'm 99%
outfit
sure they went to
itself.
Spirit Halloween and just like, hey, we need to buy some
Yeah,
random shit.
The priest
Does it
outfits
matter if
itself,
it fits?
It was just all
it
cotton.
doesn't.
It was just, or not even. It was like
The
nylon or something. It was
No,
awesome.
the ninjas were great.
Ninjas were all white people.
Well, there was a couple black ninjas in there.
Yeah.
couple black
They
ninjas, couple Asians.
They called for reinforcements.
They're culturally diverse Christian ninjas.
I mean, we got backstories for just
Yeah.
about
They were
everybody in this movie,
cocaine-dealing
too.
ninjas.
Cocaine dealing Christian ninjas
Yes.
Yeah.
from China.
From China.
From China.
And again, China is not one of those countries that even has a Christianity theme to it. So that was even better.
I think a little bit in Hong Kong, but
No, not even. I don't think. Not that I know.
I think
of.
Hong Kong is more.
Asia has
They're more Buddhist.
Buddhist. Yeah, that's all an Asian culture thing, and the other
And-
Asian related religions that I
And
do
whatever-
not have knowledge of.
And whatever Japan does.
Hinduism, yeah. They do
Hinduism
not have
is-
Christianity down there.
It's in Asia.
Christianity was a Roman thing.
India
so-
is part of Asia.
Yeah, that's.
I shouldn't say a Roman thing, but the main base of what it came from was
It's more of European.
Roman
thing.
Catholic stuff.
Okay.
So that's hilarious.
Okay, back to the movie?
Yeah, I still want to say that the car explosion scene is they put that in there for whoever was editing it was supposed to CGI that, and he just forgot.
Dude called off that day.
Yeah, and then they just went with it and they released it, and it's like one of those like, oh fuck, we were supposed to go back and do that.
Right.
They were watching probably Final Cut. Let's release it.
Add text. It's fine.
Yeah, and so
No,
we'll,
they had
just
it-
so you know where to do it at, we'll come back to it later.
Or they added the text for the DVD release.
They released the movie. They're watching it like,
Well, we're supposed to.
We didn't go back to that. It's fine. Just release it.
Let's keep watching it. This is great.
I still can't believe there's gonna be a second one out there. I can't.
Yeah,
wait.
we were looking it up, and there was a sequel in production.
I
Oh,
cannot
no,
wait.
I think they just finished the script. Is what they did.
I cannot wait. We
Yeah,
will
they
review
need-
that as well.
They need to
when it
make
comes out.
T-shirts. I need to get one, and
We need to
watch
go
this
and see
movie.
that in theaters.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be able to do it unless we go to that film festival.
Well, I'll build my
Oh
own
yeah,
theater.
that's not a popular
To watch
enough
it.
movie to go into theaters.
I'll build my own theater, and then we'll
Go
just put a
screen it.
projector on the
Unless we
screen.
see it in like, I don't know,
or the film
drive-in or mommy theater. They played the less popular stuff.
These are B-title movies, though.
Oh, this is worse than B title.
Yeah.
Google calls it.
This
B.
is like bottom shelf.
Oh yeah. This ain't even clearance bin. This is like what they're throwing away.
It's like
No,
Natty
this is-
Light.
This is
We
bottom
walked-
of the clearance bin.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we walked behind the video store and looked in their dumpster, and this movie was right up on
It's
there.
like one of those like, oh man, you can't hear. Here's this free thing. You're like, you don't want
This
it.
was the top shelf of the
Buy a
dumpster.
movie, you'll get VelociPastor free.
I'm good. I'll just take the movie. You can keep that.
What was it, that Family Guy scene? He's, I don't remember what movies he was buying, but he was like, I'll take this movie. Hey, if you buy this movie, you get this movie free. If that movie even touches this movie,
What do you say? Something like he's walking out or he's just leaving or something. I mean, I know the scene that you're talking
yeah,
about.
I don't remember the
Darn.
exact words. He's like, I will kill you or something like that.
We'll have to insert that scene here.
Insert that scene here.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Insert now.
So the acting, we argued on whether if it's just above porn or just under porn acting.
It fluctuates.
It does.
These
'Cause
guys
there's some
had porn
scenes
on their
where
resume. That's where it came from.
I feel like they did.
No, what was it?
I feel like these were the extras in the porn that don't actually perform.
Yeah.
They're just
They-
the random people in the background. And then they got a job acting here. Like that was their credits.
What was the pimp's name? What? Freddie
Frankie Mermaid.
Frankie Mermaid.
Because he's
Freddie.
swimming through the
The
bitches.
the Frankie Mermaid.
He could have been in porn.
God.
I thought he was like a weird young Ron Jeremy looking fucking guy.
Can we get a prequel for Frankie Mermaid?
Yeah, I need that story. I need the story of how he said he stole that baby's candy.
Right.
Oh,
and
yeah, his
then
confession.
threw the baby into a river
Yeah.
so it wouldn't snitch on him.
That should be like the
That's the
end of that
background.
prequel. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see this movie.
That would've been
Frankie Mermaid's Rampage.
This is before VelociPastor.
Yeah.
It was over the last,
Yeah.
4 days before?
Yeah, killing people, killing babies, blowing people up, selling drugs. This guy was, he had so much going on. Way more than I have going on.
Exactly.
Remember, he said blowing up the old elderly couple in the car gave him a real hard on.
Right. And
Who turned out to be the pastor's parents.
Father,
Right.
the priest's parents.
Yeah,
the priest was across the street saying, "Mommy,
Father
Daddy,"
Doug.
like,
Ooh.
oh my God, maybe they were like his kids.
Oh man, his
Yeah.
name was Father Doug. That's hilarious.
I'm telling you. And then that maniacal laugh that the other guy had. Or some
That
shit.
hey, if you haven't heard enough evil laughter in a movie, maniacal.
There was
Man,
a
there
good,
was
what was that,
plenty of that in
30 or
this movie.
45 seconds, those two guys who kept one-upping each other. Everybody had to get the last laugh in.
The guy did the Dr. Evil laugh.
Yeah, it's like they got confused when they read the script. Like you get the last laugh, and the other dude kept laughing, so they kept going with it. Like, oh man, we still doing this?
And then it's the funniest one was the Chinese priest and his sidekick or whatever.
Yeah,
His right hand man. He was doing his his evil laughter, and that is the white kid next to him was like.
it's like he wasn't ready for that. It's like he was unsure what he was supposed to do. That guy.
Or
had,
somebody didn't tell each other.
Yeah,
This guy's gonna laugh. This guy's gonna laugh badly.
yeah. There was miscommunication there. There's a lot of miscommunication.
It was fantastic.
It was great though.
I missed this movie already.
Yeah,
I want to see it
We were
again.
eating pizza, and I swear I was gonna choke. I was convinced it during that laugh scene. I was gonna die.
Pretty sure they ripped that off of Austin Powers.
Something they ripped it off of something. That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
We shall insert that laugh here. You can find
Okay,
it. Okay, what's next?
Trying to
man,
think.
that the final fight.
The fight. Oh, the
dear
fight was
God.
amazing.
I mean, yeah.
They should've
I don't
done it
well,
in
actually
Night with
any of the
Rain.
fights really, because anytime you saw
Random
him
close-ups and
transform,
claws.
it was a random close up. The best part was when he attacked the priest, and he was clearly just wearing gloves.
Right.
Yeah,
He was just wearing rubber gloves and then just
I
slaughtering.
thought he ripped the guy's intestines out because he was holding something.
Yeah. It was
And he has an
something.
eye patch when they show him later on.
It was over his glasses.
Oh, so he must have ripped his eye.
Yeah. Just for we gotta talk about the Vietnam flashback
Oh yes.
with the priest.
With the priest, yeah, it was
Who
weird.
Clearly, they were just in the woods, and they were wearing jeans
they used
and like
the same
khaki
setting
pants.
of the words, like 5 different places.
I'm pretty sure the one dude had a pair of Vans on. Like
Right.
they didn't even give a damn about these costumes. And his wife
Yeah.
shows up and just
Why was
blows
she-
up. not explained why she was there. Talking about the older priest, not the younger priest. Yeah, he
Yeah,
is-
no, they were. When the older priest found out about the Father Doug turning into a Velociraptor, he took him to a
voodoo priest?
voodoo
guy.
Satanist guy.
Something.
I don't
And
fucking
some
know.
Chris
Who-
Angel, great
Yeah,
value
who
Chris
could
Angel.
turn-
Yeah.
could use evil magic
the
to
third-
activate his powers. But as he,
I don't know why
the
he had an
voodoo priest
Egyptian
was talking,
statue on his.
it turns
desk.
zooms into Father Doug, or not Father Doug, Father.
Peter?
Time. Let's say Father Time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know it.
Peter?
Father Stewart.
I
or
didn't
something like
care
that.
to learn anybody's name. in
The
this
older, the
film.
older priest
You asked me what the main character's name was. I'm
zooms
not
into
gonna
his
tell
face
you.
and his thoughts, and he's like, the war. Back in the war, this is what happened. And it turns out he had a whole backstory that
Yeah, Father
we didn't-
Stewart.
Father Stewart
Father
that we
Stewart.
didn't need to know
You got it?
about.
Alright.
And he had a war buddy he was talking to. He was saying he
Who
had
got
a wife
shot
back home. He
in
was ready
front
to
of him.
go home and get married and settle down. And in mid-conversation, his friend just gets shot and killed.
Well, he was still smoking that cigarette as he was laying there
yeah,
dead.
yeah, they were smoking.
He was dying, but he had to get the
Yeah,
puffs
and-
in.
You got to get your value in with that cigarette.
And he's still like real shocked that his dude just died, and all the other army dudes
ready,
are just walking around.
What was it?
They're
He's
not
writing
even
a
doing
friend's
anything. It's not
parents
even a
note.
war
I
happening.
don't know if you guys caught the one dude crouching around in the background with the gun. I'm like, dude, you're in the open.
He's wearing
Word.
jeans.
Everybody else is just standing up. What
What are you wearing, like
camp?
camo?
Their uniforms
And
are too
then
clean.
he
Yeah.
stands back to like
playing some airsoft and shit.
try and process what just happened, that his friend just died, and all of a sudden his name is called, and it's his wife
Turns
in
around.
Vietnam for some reason, and they're like they're saying each other's names back and forth.
She runs and
And she runs towards him, and for whatever reason, there was a mine in front of him, so she just blows up all over him.
Bad etiquette.
Yeah.
Bad etiquette.
He's
Man.
got blood all over him.
And he's
Oh.
just standing there talking.
The other
That was
soldiers just come up to him like, "Hey, wonder what she was doing here."
Well, they make a family.
Yeah.
Probably making a family or something. Another case of a landmine explosion.
Yeah.
And then he cocks the shotgun all wrong, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He cocks it upwards now.
That was a plastic gun, though.
I know, but it made up. But he didn't even attempt to do
They
that.
knew what they
Like,
were doing.
With the one guy who was pulling back the slide on that pistol
Yeah.
when he was shooting at the VelociPastor, he like fired a shot and he fucking
Cocked it again. And then just fired a shot and cocked
he
it
fired a
again.
bunch of he fired a bunch of shots, reloaded, and then started cocking it.
As he's doing the shots, like, that's not how that works.
This dude's never shot a gun before in his life. Come on, this is America.
Well, I mean, from the extra scenes that we saw deleted, you know,
Oh,
they
yeah.
took multiple takes at every one of these, and that
Yeah.
was the best you guys could come up with.
Yeah.
That's the best you guys could pull out of this thing.
Well, it was
Oh,
a low budget film. So.
In their first sex scene, let's not forget what happened right after the intense, wacky, seizure-inducing sex scene.
Yeah, they didn't need the flashing for that.
Yeah,
it wasn't
so
like flashing lights, it was flashing
they-
scenes.
You know, the two guys, the priest and the prostitute are in bed together, and boom, 3 ninjas come rolling out of the windows, and everybody knows karate. And
Apparently,
priest
apparently
and
the
prostitute,
hooker is a master. She was
Yeah.
beating up everybody.
yeah, the priest and the prostitute
yeah.
knock out 3 ninjas.
You guys have no fighting background at all.
And now they have fighting background.
Yeah, for reasons.
Oh man,
All of a sudden they fight.
I can't.
Okay.
This movie,
I mean,
And
then
You
then
have
one
to
dude
watch it.
dies, and all he was like kind of punched once.
Yeah,
He's
it
laying
was-
there, gave his last fucking
and he's
breath.
like, what that ninja said before he died. You guys punched these guys.
But
Like-
not even hard. And what did you guys do with the bodies? There's
Yeah.
3 dead ninjas in her room.
Speaking of which, that apartment, was that just the one bedroom?
I'm pretty sure that's what we were trying to figure out
I think
because
she was
when
in
he
a
knocks on the
halfway
door
house or
in
something.
one scene, like she's in her bedroom, she just opens it up. So I'm like, well, did he just come in your house
Oh,
and
yeah,
you just
that's
hanging
right.
out in your room?
That's what I was wondering. Like, where's
I
your
wonder,
kitchen?
if, I wonder
Where's
if that's
your
like a
fridge?
halfway house where that's just her bedroom.
Yeah, but even halfway houses are bigger than that.
I think you're probably right, but I guarantee they didn't think about that.
that's like a
We
studio.
just want to do her bedroom scene, and we're never gonna go anywhere else. So let's not talk about it.
Right.
I think we're overthinking more than they're thinking about it.
Well, this
she
is a
did-
movie.
no.
Like, if you haven't watched it, you don't believe that.
No,
it
I
happened.
didn't. She was going to college. So that could be her dorm.
I'll go with that.
okay.
But yeah, I forgot. Yeah, she's gonna be a lawyer.
law.
Yeah,
lawyer.
she's a-
Lawyer. She's
You're
a hooker
you're
to pay for that.
You're a prostitute?
Oh yeah, I'm the
Well, I'm
law.
practicing law too, but that doesn't seem to impress anybody.
You're a hooker. Like yeah, like out of the two things you just said, I'm more about you being a hooker. So like I'm going for law, and also I work at Walmart, to help pay for that. Like no, I'm a hooker to pay for that. Like
Well, hey, they do make some decent money if you get on the
Yeah,
street.
some
well, I mean she's
decent
working.
cage.
Well, here's the thing: they show she could find. She's working for fucking Mr. fucking Mermaid over here.
Yeah, Frankie. Muniz.
Frankie Mermaid, who she was scared of.
Yeah, but she could take on a bunch of ninjas.
Yeah.
But yet, the VelociPastor killed him.
She took on
because
like
of nothing.
3 or 4 ninjas in that final fight
So
by
is
herself.
that body still in the priest confessional? Or?
I'm guessing. Because
Oh, yeah.
the other priest was there. Like, what did he do with that?
He
He kills the guy who admits to killing his parents. And it's just like, what happened to the body? We gonna talk about it or we not?
No, we don't talk about the bodies.
There's no
They're like
consequences
video
here.
game. It's like video games. You turn on, they're gone.
Disposed of
Yeah.
corpse.
Right. There's no consequences here.
Morrowind style.
Hey, if that's what we're doing, I'm okay with it. I just want to make
Turn
sure.
around, video game logic, they're gone.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Then the final fight, I think we've all could agree that should have been in the dark.
Yeah, it was in broad
'Cause,
daylight.
I mean, we only had vague
Dark and the-
glimpses of him being.
That costume.
Yeah, of the costume. And then they decided to show the worst looking costume you're ever going to see in the daylight for
I'm
a
pretty
fight
sure,
scene.
in the middle of the fight scene. I'm pretty sure it ripped underneath.
They should have
I
had
think
one of
I
I
that
saw it
too.
flapping at the
I like
end.
the one part he kind of falls over. You can tell he can't get up, and then they cut to he's back on his feet.
I don't think he was supposed to fall over the
Man,
middle.
that fight scene, it was, what, a paper mache costume or something?
They should have had it in the dark
They
and
threw
the
all
rain.
their
It would've
budget
been
into
really
that
cool.
costume.
Like, what was the story behind that sword he had?
I don't know, but it's his
No,
ancestry.
let's talk
My
about the big
ancestors.
plot twist that
Yeah.
the number 2 for the bad guy was the main guy's brother, who was never brought up at all.
You're my only son.
He's like, ha. Yeah, the dad.
The flashback
He shows him
of Father
in the
Doug's
trunk.
parents. He was like, his dad was like, "You're my only son. I'm so proud of you." And then
Go to
when
priest college.
They go, yeah, when they not flash forward, back into that final fight when the plot twist was that the ninja was Father Doug's brother. They go back to that scene, and his dad's going, "You're my only son," and it shows in the trunk. He pops out.
It was an old station wagon, so he had a lot of space in his back.
Yeah, what was he doing sitting in the trunk? And then they're all laughing at the dining room table, and he's just sitting
Off
there in the
to the
kitchen
side.
by
Drinking a
himself.
cup of orange
He was
juice.
probably in the back taking a nap, and they woke him up with that obnoxious ass laugh.
Yeah.
That's why he got up so pissed off. Like, you guys are assholes.
Man, that was something.
I do like before he
Yeah.
reveals himself, like, because when he did, like, we had already seen his face, like, we were supposed to know. It's like, you don't recognize me? And he had a mask on. Like, no.
No,
Fucking take the and he takes the mask. I'm like, oh, my brother. Like, are you fucking kidding me here?
And then he's like, he threw the sword down. He's like, "The sword of my ancestors shall not be shed with your blood," or something like that. And then halfway through the scene, Father Doug reaches over with the force grabs the sword.
My ancestors.
Your ancestors are also my ancestors.
And it kills him. Kills
And
his
he
brother.
kills his brother. Like, no,
Guts him.
just no hold back.
I almost feel
Sprays
bad for the brother. He had enough respect. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna with this sword of our family, not gonna spill your blood with it. And he's like, oh fuck you, I'll fucking stab you with it.
Ah,
Yeah.
On top of that, he had the best laugh in the whole fucking movie.
I don't think any of us were getting that right.
I think we all did it better than fucking they did.
Ha 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 ha.
he's just looking off into the distance like, hey, you guys gonna say cut? I didn't have another line after ha.
This
It's
is
just improvised. Ha 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 ha.
No, that fight scene was great. When he was, VelociPastor was about to fight the ninjas, he said, "I'm gonna save you." Like, other ninjas are just staring. He like, extends the scene.
Yeah.
The guy looks
I
at his
believe
watch.
in a higher power,
He looks at his watch.
Yeah, they're like,
but God will not save.
The long ass pause.
Just sitting there.
They're looking at each other
Look
like,
at his watch.
like, We're still okay. You're gonna finish that?
You
sentence, guy?
from death!
Then they freak out.
And then they freak out because he starts swinging.
Wait, well, before that, the
Oh,
ninjas
the
are all getting beat up by the prostitute.
Yeah, they're, like,
and
mowing it down.
they call the big guy with a sword. He slices her, and Velocity runs over to check on her. She's like dying, and they all the ninjas start crying and holding on to each other because it's such a sad scene.
All right, like they just watched Bambi's mom die again.
Yeah. Oh God, Tammy's mom. Yeah. Then okay, then yeah, we're gonna fight again. Okay. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that was so bad. That's one of the worst ending fight scenes I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's some MCU level shit though.
Yeah.
They all come together, form Voltron.
Yeah.
Why did the hooker pose like Black Widow?
She did.
That's where the Black Widow stole it from. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Pose
saw
the hair back.
VelociPastor and they put that shit. In
Thing
that
is,
movie.
we were watching that scene is when the dude was already knocked down. She was standing up. She didn't have to fall. Like she didn't add anything to that.
Right. Maybe she was hoping another ninja was out there. So
Yeah.
that she can kick the ass of.
Yeah. Made all of them look bad.
Right.
You have no training. You beat everybody.
Right.
And then, yeah,
Her outfit was unnecessary.
Oh, yeah.
One slice of dead.
That leopard print jacket was unnecessary at the end. Like, we get it, you were a hooker, but Jesus Christ, you have nothing else to wear.
No, that one piece
Oh, yeah.
thing.
When she takes it off and fucking...
She didn't really have the boobs to do that.
No.
I'm gonna admit to
It
that.
was like, was it Katana in Mortal Kombat? It's like she tried to dress up like that. It was
Yeah.
like they didn't have the budget for that costume, so she kind of just made it up. Don't worry, guys. She lived by the end, even though she got sliced.
She's
with the
fine.
sword. Yeah, she's fine. She's fine.
She probably have a scar across her chest.
Yeah, don't worry.
Worst case
The
scenario.
title screen of that scene of She's Fine.
She's fine.
Wasn't even in the hospital. Just in the fucking dentist's office
Yeah.
in a chair. Still had her clothes on that she wasn't wearing.
Right.
When
She
she,
wasn't
was
wearing
wearing a
her
different outfit and just had some plastic over her.
Right.
Clear to see the clothes underneath.
I think they just went into a doctor's office and asked, "Can we use your scene for about?"
Yeah, here's
an hour?"
$100. Let us film this.
Walk
real
away
quick.
for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what they did for like a.
Good.
Can we borrow your office or on maybe a day off?
As long
Can
as
we borrow
you're
your
not shooting a
office?
porn in here, I'll be alright.
I don't know.
They probably would have been happier with the porn because they
You're not shooting
this
a
one.
porn.
Like they'd be like, man, they shot this movie in our office. You want to check it out? It's VelociPastor. I'm like, man, I really wish it would have been porn. Way more
Well, it's
interesting.
not porn. What's it involving? Oh, we're gonna bring a prostitute in.
Yeah, you're gonna bring this hooker, and don't worry, nothing's gonna happen. She's fine.
She's fine.
And then the doctor just grabs a cigarette out of an ashtray and
Yeah.
lights it.
We did it.
Yeah, we did. It's good. He sits down, his fucking thing fucking fucks up. he fixes it, and I'm like, and I was thinking, I was like, man, they just did that in one take, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure the dude was like, I'm not doing another take of this shit.
Right.
Reaches into an ashtray, pulls out a cigarette, and
Lights it.
They're smoking. Nobody else, and nothing.
One thing
There's
I
nobody
pointed out
else.
is not a single cigarette that they smoked had a butt to it. It's just a white stick.
It's all rolled, man.
No,
all
except for
poor.
the pimp. He was smoking a joint.
Well, yeah.
He lit up a joint.
He lit up a joint as he did his confessional.
And he didn't even confess about that.
Seriously,
No.
we still need a prequel for that dude. If Han Solo gets a movie, fucking Frankie Mermaid needs a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It'd be more entertaining than that solo film. Oh man.
And then we need that car from the rookies in there too.
Yeah.
That car,
yeah.
that car needs to be in every movie.
Every film.
Every film.
Cameo. I mean, we no longer have Stan Lee do the cameo, so I need the car from the rookies to
Right.
be in every film.
That needs to be
Yeah.
contractual right there.
I need the Funko Pop of that fucking thing if they ever make it.
All right.
I need the different forms of it being regular with the tongue out and then standing.
You already know if there's Funko Pops for this movie, I'm definitely picking
Is
them
the
up.
Rookies having a sequel?
I hope so.
I hope so. Let me look this up.
Yeah, they want to
That
know.
would
I mean,
That would be
VelociPastor's getting a second one. The rookie's better.
Look,
Yeah, no
VelociPastor is fucking dope, man. I don't care what anybody says.
I can't hate this film. I can't hate it because it's entertaining, but I can't say I love it.
No, I can say that, but then again, I have no standard, so hell, I'm the reason why we even watched this movie.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that you were. Hey, in the future, I did recommend One-Eyed Monster when we ever get to that. So that's gonna be a thing. That's gonna be the one to get us all canceled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I thought episode 4 was bad.
Yeah. The Lost episode 4 that will eventually get released one day.
Double Dragon was so good.
I
It
know.
was. This film was more entertaining than Double Dragon. And I
Yeah.
love Double Dragon. I just feel bad for Double Dragon because when I was watching, I'm like, man, maybe this is that sleeper video game film that's maybe better than Mortal Kombat in the 90s, but no one ever saw. And as it went on, I'm like, no, it's not. It's not better. It's not.
2007.
Still rough. Well, I think that wraps up VelociPastor. Anybody got any final thoughts on this train wreck that I thoroughly enjoyed?
Watched at your own risk.
It's only like an hour and 15 minutes, so.
That was
Yeah,
long,
it
That was the longest
short.
hour and 15 now.
Well, we kind of.
We did pause it.
We did pause it a couple
Kind
times.
of paused it a little bit.
I just have to say, this movie was
A thing.
It was fine. The movie's fine.
Go for it. Let me look at my watch.
amazing. There it is.
Here's a Google picture we're gonna put up later.
So
There you
Yeah.
we'll say it is more entertaining. I love that picture. It is more entertaining than The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would much rather watch this again than that
So
film.
in a scale from 1 to 10.
go. So is this better than Dragon Ball Evolution?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
it doesn't hurt me.
Yes.
Because I feel like this film owns it. It
Yeah.
knows what it is.
Well, this whole production company, I think, knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't ask
Scale.
me.
I'll do a scale of Last Airbender to the Rookies. I would give it Rookies being 10, Last Airbender being 1,
0.5.
5. Give it a 5. Not that it's not that much better, but it's way more
Oh,
entertaining.
I enjoyed it so much. The amount of laughing. I'd have to give it. I'd have to give it a 9.
9? Oh man, almost as much as the Rookies.
Yeah, I loved it. I
This
really
movie's
enjoyed
great.
it this time around.
I enjoyed it.
What do you think?
You already know my take. This movie's a 10.
This is your 3rd time?
I wanted to
This
give
is
it
my
a 10.
third
but
time.
I don't know.
I went and
It's
bought
up
this.
there
for you, too.
I love this movie. It's my new religion.
New religion, VelociPastor.
Yeah.
I'm down to join. We
All
go.
hail VelociPastor.
We go to church on Sunday and there's dinosaurs.
Healing
just there.
hookers and
All
stuff.
hail Father Doug.
Well, no, wouldn't it be a Father Raptor?
Father Raptor.
Okay.
All hail the VelociPastor and his prostitute friend. Or his prostitute mistress?
Yeah.
Would it be like the
I just
mistress?
thought about it, they never called one cop in this entire film.
I never did what now?
So many people died, and not one cop was ever called.
Oh, that's New York for you.
Was it New York? It was said New York, but that did not look
This was either one of 3 places: New York, Detroit, or Chicago.
Yeah. They said China in the woods. That
Yeah.
they clearly were not China woods, and they were there multiple times.
China is east.
Oh my god! I forgot about that. He's just standing there, just getting chased. He goes, China is east.
I mean, he was sitting there reflecting for a while. It was a good, 30 seconds before he said anything.
This makes more sense. It's a comedy horror.
This was a horror.
Yeah, where was the scary part?
Oh,
I mean, the script was scary.
It's considered a B- movie.
A B minus.
That's
love
giving
it.
way too much credit. This is a Z film at best.
Man,
Have to be minus.
I love it.
oh wow.
I didn't even know they classify stuff as B minus. Like how low can you lower that bar? You know what I'm saying?
Is this like public school teachings or Catholic school teachings?
Asian school teachings, B minus is terrible.
They did,
Right.
Oh.
like that Portland, Oregon Film Festival. That's what they released it originally. In 2017.
Man, this movie.
Film came out in 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, I
Yeah.
thought it was like 2006.
No,
Oh man.
no, it's recent.
Well,
You know, for
They
2017.
didn't show any technology that would.
Yeah,
date
for
it
2017,
anyway.
not a
Was it
single
cell
person
phone or
pulled out a
any
cell
phone
phone. There were no phone calls. There was no TV.
No.
There was nothing in this movie.
No, technology didn't exist in this film.
Just VelociPastors, in their
You saw
natural
the-
environment.
Just doctors and old
We
cars.
saw the
apparently.
inside of an old car, which that doesn't tell us anything because that could just be someone with an old car.
Except the end, he had that old car.
Oh yeah, when he got the leather jacket because he's
Yeah, at
cool
the very
now.
end of the movie.
Because he's cool now.
I saw it at Chevelle.
I can't wait for the second movie of
This is
this.
an older car.
I didn't even think about that.
Man, we're only 30 minutes into this episode.
Well, we still got 3 reviews to go.
Yeah.
This is only 30 minutes. Whatever, it's...
Yeah, this movie was pretty quick. Do we want to?
This review is half as long as this film was.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, and we basically summed up everything that was in there.
I think we broke down almost every scene.
Right.
On board.
Well, with the exception of him,
Roll
you know, as when he cosplayed as Velma, basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have any clothes.
I forgot about it, and it was for a good reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't have any clothes to the hookers. Like, well, you can wear one of my outfits. He's just a fucking a turtleneck dress, orange one. It barely covers his crotch. He's shirt cocking it the whole time.
Right. Full on Winnie the Pooh.
That was part of this. If we watched the gag reels,
Yeah.
that was part of the a strap.
Yeah.
That was his underwear. And then there was
Yeah,
a
but
white
when he-
strap
when he woke up with
that's
the
where he
hookers
was wearing his
Room, he was
microphone.
naked.
I'm not gonna question where that underwear
Right.
came from.
I'm just gonna be
Happy he was
grateful.
wearing it.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be grateful
I
about
didn't need
it.
to see when he was running for there not to be underwear there.
Like he was on Maury Povich.
Yeah.
That cameraman chasing him down.
It's like he's got Hoobastank playing in the background.
This movie was it was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
It opened my
I
eyes.
can't figure out where
It
they
really
filmed
has.
So, who wants Father Doug to join the Avengers now?
I'm okay with
Look, I can be down with that. Hell, we got a dude that shoots arrows. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Number 1, don't disrespect Hawkeye. Number 2, let's talk about that arrow scene. The dude didn't even pull it back. He just set it
That's how-
against the string and let go. And he hit the chick in the chest.
That's how good he is, man.
Oh yeah, when he
Yeah.
found her after saying China is east, he's like,
China's
"Are you hurt?" And she's got an arrow in her
sticking
chest.
out of her chest. And she's bleeding, dying. You okay?
You gonna be all right?
The gag reel was
You stay right here.
Yeah, we watched the gag reels after, and he goes like that. He's like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "Seriously?"
I'm like, it's like they didn't tell her the line.
No.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, I know I'm supposed to.
Do I look okay?
I got an arrow coming from the boob. Or what Asians call boobs. Oh, by the way.
God damn it! I know the Japanese version of that. And
What?
I'm proud that I know that.
What?
Is it? I think it's with Opie or some shit. Don't. My nerdiness doesn't even.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. There's a word for boobs in Japanese, and I weirdly know that. Don't judge me. Don't fucking judge me. You watch enough shit subbed,
Yeah.
you pick up on like what.
Wow,
is that
tell me
word?
you watch hentai without telling me you watch hentai.
Scott, you watch a lot of fucking like High School DxD or High School of the Dead. We'll see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oppa!
That was all train around. No, I want more though.
Alright, I think that wraps up VelociPastor.
Oh yeah.
So now moving on to What If. We got 3 episodes to review of this one.
Yeah, we're a little behind here.
Where is it?
So last time we recorded, we reviewed episode 1, and we've had 2, 3, and 4 come through. What did you
Yeah.
guys think?
Let's start with episode 2. Let's go one by one through it.
I think episode 2 was my favorite out of these 4 so far,
I remember Brain
which was
2
What If
was,
T'Challa was Star-Lord.
Oh, that was a great one.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just shows that he was a way better Star-Lord and got way more shit done than Peter Quill did.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he even he was so charismatic
Thanos.
that he talked Thanos out of doing Thanos things.
Yeah.
Quit calling me Captain Genocide.
And they called him Captain Genocide.
That guy kept bringing it up. They're like, no, I'm just saying, it's a
He's
good
like-
idea.
So here's how I think the universe will work. And they're like, that sounds a lot like genocide. No, it's completely random.
Really
It's
different.
just genocide with extra steps.
Yeah. Why didn't you
But then at the end of the
bring
episode,
double
they
resources?
revealed since Star-Lord wasn't Peter Quill, he was easier to find by Ego, and he was like, oh, well, too bad this world ends so fast.
Yeah. No, I really.
So that universe got screwed over.
Yeah.
That's that's actually 2 out of 4 universes so far that have gotten screwed over.
Yeah.
I really just enjoyed the
That was a great one.
just like I said the difference
The Collector
between
was
those
cool.
two.
The Collector was cool in that one.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the Collector becoming a bad because Thanos with Thanos not being there, like being the
Collector
bad
had
guy.
all these. So at some point, Collector took out the Avengers.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
of
at
the Shield,
different
the
times.
Mjolnir.
The Avengers and Hela.
Yeah. Huh?
Is it the Avengers and Hela?
Yeah.
Even Thor couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But you gotta think, with quote with Thanos not being around, someone that he takes over and he
Somebody-
collects things, so he's gonna purposely single out people.
But he won't know how to use each item. That's the
No.
problem.
No, just
He knew
wants it.
how to use Hela's necroswords.
Yeah.
'Cause he might have been his personal
Which,
favorite.
interestingly enough, there weren't called necroswords in the comics. And in fact, the person who uses necroswords is the God Butcher, who will be the main villain of Thor 4.
Yeah,
That's
So-
the word.
my favorite Thor villain.
Yeah. Played by Christian Bale.
I know they nailed that cast.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
I can't wait.
Okay, but we also got a little bit with Nebula was different.
Yes.
Yeah, that threw me off for a second.
Yeah, well, she still has the backstory, some of it with Thanos, but with T'Challa changing Thanos' mind.
Yeah.
So
that
she's
was-
less cybernetic.
They had a
Yeah.
little less. They still had her and Thanos still had a dysfunctional father-daughter
but it wasn't,
relationship,
it wasn't as bad.
but it wasn't
No.
as toxic. And Gamora was out of the picture because he didn't go and kidnap kids.
Yeah.
No.
What else? It was Chadwick Boseman's last performance, and that
Yes.
the entire time I was trying not to think about that. I was like,
Exactly.
but it can't.
I guess according to what I read about that, there's gonna be multiple variations of T'Challa, and he voiced them all.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be more of him in What If.
Like I said, because I already kind of not really spoiled on some coming up, but I kind of know what some of them are going to be coming up. Just do odd, random things, like not even looking for that. So, which he should be in one of them for sure.
Yeah.
When they do the zombies. Sorry, that's not even spoiler. That was in the trailer.
Oh.
I don't know when they're doing it. I just know.
I
they're
just
doing
saw the
zombies.
picture and I figured, what if zombies?
Yeah.
I don't know. This What If is amazing.
Yeah, well, the animation just kind of has been killing it because I think they got the designs down
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
good, and they made the designs are like the same but different. Like
Yeah.
Gamora, does look Nebula does look different in this episode.
I've been I follow IGN on Instagram, and they keep dogging on the fact that they feel that the voice acting or the voiceover is off. It's what every episode review posted keeps saying.
I don't remember it.
It's off-put voice acting.
I think it's just because we're so used to what they look like when
Yeah.
you see them, and then you see because they're playing they're playing themselves basically.
Yeah.
Mostly.
For the voice acting.
Most
Yeah.
of them are.
So it's gonna be, and then certain actors they didn't get called back for, like Robert Downey Jr. is not coming back and doing
No.
it. So I think that's where
They asked-
you're seeing the oddness
Yeah.
of the voice is because you're used to because you're pretty much looking at a picture of somebody voicing themselves.
Yeah. If I understood correctly, they did ask every single person, but just not everybody returned because due to contracts being over
Yeah.
and whatnot.
And they probably
Yeah.
jumped onto something else already.
Scarlett
Yeah.
Johansson wasn't in the one.
No, that's episode 3, which
Right.
was what if Earth lost its mightiest heroes?
And this is my favorite one.
That was a great
Really?
one.
It was
Yeah.
a really good one. I mean, they've all been excellent.
Yeah.
So basically,
like-
throughout the Phase 1 MCU movies, every
They're trying to heal
candidate
off.
for the Avengers just gets murdered
Yeah,
individually.
starting with Iron Man trying to
Yeah.
just inject this thing, but he falls over dead.
Yeah. And it was interesting.
That was a dark episode.
Yeah, I like that you don't find out what the what if is till basically the end of it.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause you don't know what's going on.
And then I'm like, oh yeah. 'cause I
What
forgot.
it was really, what if Hope?
Hope
Yeah,
had
the-
joined Shield
Yeah.
and she
I thought
dies.
she was a SHIELD agent. Or was she?
Mm-mm. No, because her dad who had like no association
Hank
with Shield.
Pym
No, he
was.
broke away from
Yeah, the
SHIELD.
big
Yeah.
plot twist was that Hank Pym was the big bad
Yeah.
this time around.
Which I love that.
Yeah.
That was,
I love
he took out the
because
Hulk.
yeah,
That was cool.
because he thought about how he could do it and getting in there and doing it because he could shrink down to that size and being that he
Yeah.
is a genius.
I was gonna say he's a great mind. He's
Yeah.
one of the better minds in
He
the
is.
Marvel.
Except he's useless against Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting. It's like
that was,
I brought-
that was another.
it's like a rock paper.
Well, he didn't
scissors.
even know who Loki was.
No. To beat all the
You know who
Avengers,
Thor was.
he needed prep time,
Yeah.
which is funny. It's like to think about it.
Thor
There's a rock paper scissors thing here. Circle of life. So Avengers beats Loki. Loki beats Hank Pym, and Hank Pym beats Avengers.
Yeah.
And then it's
But then you have Nick. Well, how do you add Nick Fury into that circle?
Nick Fury really had nothing. He didn't fight.
No, but
He was just the detective. He was the final target. And he was just smart enough to team up with Loki beforehand.
Well,
Now, they did team
that's
up.
Nick Fury's power more. He knows how to.
He's smart. He's
Yeah.
clever,
Behind
not
the
smart.
scenes.
Yeah.
Right.
If he
He's
needs to be
always
in the
like
front,
2
he knows
steps
how.
ahead.
In that world, he's gonna end up. He's gonna defeat Loki.
Yeah. So the cool thing was that he brought up is these weren't the Avengers. Yeah, the Avengers was an idea, and it was just his idea to bring people together that could fight. And his Avengers team seemed to be Loki for a minute, and then Loki decided he was going to take over the world because that was Loki's thing anyway.
I'll use the army of Asgard, conquer Earth.
Yeah, and then
Without even conquering them, just gonna won.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, at a certain point, you gotta know when you're outmatched.
And then he
Plus
called for Captain Marvel, and he went and found Captain America because he hadn't found him yet.
Is that a pager?
Yeah, is that
Yeah.
a pager from the 90s? Coulson being so obsessed with Steve Rogers still.
His
Colson just
password-
being obsessed with fucking. Oh, go
his
ahead with the
password
password.
was like Steve,
I love Steve. I love Steve.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god.
Colson just being obsessed with fucking Thor's hair. It's like, yeah, it's got this great hair. Well, it's true, sir. You know what? He does have good hair. I do like that Hawkeye with the accidentally killing Thor, because I heard someone say like that doesn't make sense. I'm like, well, he's a human there. He has no powers.
Yeah, he was stripped his power.
Yeah, so he got stabbed in the heart.
Yeah, but there was such an anticlimactic death.
Yeah.
So
Just
lightning
boom, it
strikes
happened,
also-
and you're like, they just killed Thor.
Yeah.
You know, it's even like before you can even process the fact that Thor just died. You're like, oh.
So
Hulk's death
is
was-
the hammer just gonna sit there forever now?
Yeah, Hulk started blowing up, and I
Yeah,
was like,
until
really
Cap
confused.
walks up to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Which yeah, because there's nobody else.
Yeah.
no, knowing Loki, he would put guards on that stupid thing.
Yeah.
Because Loki can't pick it up. None of the guards would pick it up. But he
I
would
feel like
guard-
Captain
he would-
Marvel
He would
would've-
guard that thing.
To be honest, for an Avengers team up, Captain Marvel and Captain America don't really need each other to team up. And Captain America himself can fight on 10 guys alone, and Captain Marvel is basically God. So
She's one of the strongest Avengers.
she's
but
like he's Captain America's up here on a human scale, and Captain Marvel's way up here.
Yeah.
She doesn't need him to help fight.
But she not for the fight, but to rally the troops and be the leader. That's where
Yeah.
Captain America's
comes
more
in.
the rallier.
Yeah, because I mean, it goes to that the Winter Soldier movie line. They're talking to Falcons like Captain America said he needs my help. Like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
It's Captain fucking America.
Right.
Right. He's got the
You fought Nazis, okay?
Right.
What do you need?
Punch
I got
every
you.
Nazi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a
Captain
World War II
Marvel.
veteran comes up. He needs your help.
Captain
like, yeah,
America
you fought.
probably.
You fought Nazis.
So now,
like
what can
Captain
I do
Marvel-
for you?
In that world, what other heroes would he gather?
I don't know.
Well, Spider-Man's somewhat around.
Yeah.
Strange is out there.
Not
'Cause
yet. They'd have to go through like 2 phases first. Ultron's never made.
Yeah, Ultron's never
Ultron
made.
would never be
So
made.
you don't get Vision.
We still have Jarvis.
Got
No,
Jarvis.
barely.
We'd have Jarvis and Stark Tech might
You
help.
don't,
defend.
maybe. You don't really need that though.
Trying to think of this.
I mean, I
team.
guess you could say
Now he would only have like 2 suits built.
for Tony Stark's death, you could say Pepper Potts takes over the costumes, or
Yeah.
the armor.
But someone's got
War
to design
Machine.
it.
What happened to War Machine?
Yeah, War Machine,
By
oh,
that
yeah.
point,
Okay,
he stole
there's-
the suit.
Yeah.
So there's only War Machine's still floating around there.
Yeah. So you got War Machine, Captain Marvel, Captain America,
Maybe Spider-Man.
Later
maybe
on.
Spider-Man.
I don't see.
I don't
He
see
would be
Nick
useless
Fury.
against.
I don't see Nick Fury recruiting Spider-Man without Tony Stark finding about it.
Yeah, no, he's got to scramble at this
Yeah.
point.
He would recruit all available at the moment. So
Yeah. I mean, if
he
we're
might
not,
know of Spider-Man.
being that it isn't technically MCU. I mean, he could pull something. He could pull Namor out. I mean, Captain America can go get Namor, but
I don't know.
I'm still waiting on that film.
Right.
When it
I don't
ever
know.
happens.
I don't know.
Yeah. So
Namor is basically Marvel's Aquaman, but
Only
if
better.
Aquaman was a dick and just didn't care, like Namor shows up, it's not like Aquaman shows up and kind of like, oh, Aquaman's here. It's like, oh fuck, Namor's here.
Right.
Like he will stab you in the chest and don't care.
Right.
He can fly. He's got all his powers and he just doesn't care.
Nice.
He's the king of his, and he will kill you if you cross him because he doesn't care.
nice.
He's technically he's supposed to be the first mutant, but then there's Apocalypse. There's a whole thing with that. Like he's a
Nobody-
mutant, but not a mutant. It's
Hell,
weird.
He's like the second character that was made in Marvel back when it was timely.
Timely, yeah.
It was the
fought
Human Torch
Him and the
and-
Human Torch fought each other.
And him,
That was like a big deal.
How do you spell it?
Namor.
Yeah.
the
Namor.
Submariner.
Yeah, Submariner is what they also
Oh.
call him.
Namor Submariner.
Yeah.
Namor. He's pretty cool. Yeah.
He's someone that they've tried to hint at, but he's actually owned by Paramount, so that's why there hasn't been.
Oh, he's been around since
Yeah, because they had
1939.
the targets,
Yeah.
you know, in Wakanda, and they had a target in the middle of the ocean on the one.
What film was that?
I can't think
Was
of
that
it.
Iron Man 2?
I can't remember.
They show different things.
It was like a map where they had different lights, and one light was in the middle of the ocean, and it was supposed to be where Namor was.
Yeah, because they just threw that out there if the deal ever happens. He's someone that
That's right.
I would
Paramount.
love to show up.
Okay, his powers are kind of scary.
Yeah,
He's
stupid
Aquaman, but if Aquaman like doesn't hold back and just was like, I will kill you.
He's
and have no
electric
issue
proof.
with it. Yeah.
And fireproof. Fireproof.
He actually
got
during
flight.
Hydrokinetic.
during
Hydrokinesis.
the Civil War comics,
Wings and ankles.
Captain America, they're getting beat back by Iron Man and that, and then Captain America, like Venom is like holding him down, and Captain America starts laughing. They're like, "What are you laughing at?" He's like, "I'm just looking at my buddy up there. He's about to kick your ass." And it shows fucking Namor coming in. Here, She-Hulk's like, "Oh man, we're fucked." The base is like, "Yeah, we lost."
So he's
We're
a
not
Atlantean
beating him.
human mutant hybrid.
Yeah, he's got a weird mixture of that. But I'm just like, that's where that universe could go. Which, being that it is the cartoon universe, they should be able to use Namor.
Yeah.
They just can't use them in film.
Right.
It's weird. It's like, because they can have the
Yeah, you got TV and movie rights.
Yeah.
Are really different, really complicated.
Yeah, because you can have like X-Men characters team up with like Spider-Man in cartoons, but you can't have it in movies.
Yeah.
It's
Not
like,
yet, anyway.
Is that a loophole?
it's like a weird thing, because like you look at like the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, I'm pretty sure Wolverine's in there.
Oh, Earth's Mightiest Heroes and Disney XD.
And in the animated series for Spider-Man, he had a 2-episode.
Yeah.
It was a 2-parter where he saw Xavier and Beast,
Yeah.
Wolverine, all of
So,
them.
as a loophole, do you think What If could bring in X-Men characters as a TV show?
I mean, I think technically they can, but it
They
depends
can.
on how they want to do What If.
Right.
Disney owns Fox, so they own X-Men now, so they can bring them in either way.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
movies, though.
Yeah.
Movies, cartoons, they own them all now.
That's the movie portion of it, though, isn't
But
it?
streaming
I
kind
don't-
of doesn't follow the rules.
Yeah, I don't know how actually that works with the What If.
I think
Guys-
What If right now they're just
Because
focusing on
you are right.
Yeah.
That could be
big
like a
movies.
twist towards the end of the season. They could throw in a Fox character and everyone could be like, "What?"
Here,
And then there's because
yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I mean, they've been peppering us with different mutants and different characters from different franchises.
I know
This whole
just
time.
blew my mind.
Like WandaVision had the other Quicksilver,
Yeah.
and then
That was
I
cool.
still have to watch that. So I gotta
Yeah.
see.
and then
They-
Black Widow has Ursa Major,
Yeah.
which was the first mutant that they announced that they said was in an MCU movie.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of stuff just being peppered in here. I wouldn't doubt that they would do something.
The only
with
thing
it.
that gets on my nerves is that Quicksilver thing. I think it's the director, the writer, or whoever was like in charge of that was like, yeah, no, he was just cast that. We didn't think that. They're like, you fucking thought
Right.
about that. Don't tell me you didn't think about that.
Right, you could have
You can't cast the guy. Like, no, yeah, I just casted Hugh Jackman to play this dude with claws.
Right.
Are you kidding me right now? Like, no, it was just, he was just the best guy for the role. Really?
He really,
Really?
yeah. And,
Did you
don't
check his
say.
resume?
Right, you
should
don't
check
say.
his
Oh,
resume.
I can't tell you how blown away I was when that episode came out and that ending. I was like, "What? Whoa! What?" I was like, "Come on now!" Like,
Only thing I'm mad is
but
that
then I was
that
mad
didn't
about how
lead.
that ended.
Yeah, it
like,
didn't-
I
didn't
was
lead.
so bummed out. But just like that, my hype went up here, then down here.
Yeah.
The last episode was the down. I mean, I said it in the one episode, but
That was a great. I thought that was a great one.
I loved it. I loved that one.
My favorite was the Halloween one. It was like Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
That and then the my other favorite one was just at the end of it they introduced Agatha Harkness, but they were making fun of Modern Family. The beginning of it. That was really
The
good.
entire episode. Vision sitting there talking, why am I sitting here? All right.
Watch that.
Back to
Oh, man.
What If. Episode 4 now.
Which was my favorite.
It's everybody's favorite
Oh,
so far, but 3
thanks.
still sticks with me. What if Doctor Strange lost his heart?
God.
God, that was so depressing.
I know.
that
That's
was
what I
so
loved
dark.
about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It was so dark for a Marvel film. I
Like,
loved
no
it.
matter what he did, she died.
right.
After
like-
she had.
Damn.
Which
And the
had
what
to.
if was actually wasn't what if he lost his heart. It was what if this was the absolute time point in this universe as opposed to the other.
Yeah.
And like you said in the first episode of What If, you wanted it to where it wasn't a subtle thing like Agent Carter saying, no, I'm going to stay.
Yeah.
This is like, these are big changes
Yeah.
appearing.
That's what I've liked. To me, each episode has gotten better. I still love that Captain Carter episode, but now this feels like we're not just remaking the film. We are we're going for it right now.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed that so far.
Oh yeah.
Doctor, we went to different worlds, met different characters that we don't know who these guys are, and I'm like, man, I kind of want to see them. I want to see the MCU version of them.
I feel like that squid monster is the same squid monster that Captain Carter fought.
Oh.
Yeah, that or the one that they do in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Once they go to like space, it was like supposed to be
Oh,
like Hydra's true monster.
End of
whatever.
the first or second season or something like that.
Yeah, it was one of the later ones.
I'd
I
have to
think.
see it. There is
Haven't
a
watched that show
squid
forever.
monster in the comics that was in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 called Shumagorath.
Yeah.
Basically an H.P. Lovecraft ripoff.
Or it's like an interdimensional alien.
Yeah.
That with a bunch of tentacles.
That's
and,
what a lot of people think that these tentacle monsters are based off of, is that
Yeah,
being.
Shumagorath. Yeah.
H.P. Lovecraft, the piece of shit that he was.
Oh yeah, did you hear about his cat name?
Oh no, I just heard about the other stuff he wrote down about. Sorry, I don't know if they're gonna bring that up on here.
Oh yeah,
We'll talk about that later.
I don't want to get canceled, so I'm not gonna say it. But if you look up, you Google what H.P. Lovecraft's childhood cat name was. Just Google it.
You know what? I don't.
I'm just
know.
gonna say it's a black cat.
Yeah, he has
I'm
some
not gonna
problems.
say it, but I need answers now.
Yeah,
Okay, you're gonna
don't
Google-
say it.
You're gonna Google it. Okay.
Well, you might be able to. Say it.
That was like the second search. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. I found
Here,
out that stuff about that dude recently, and people were like, "Well, yeah, this is all just coming up now." I'm like, "No, wait a minute, it was always known. Everybody just
Yeah.
glossed over that."
Here, I'll just
Yeah.
God damn it, it was just one
I'll
of
just
those.
do that.
Okay.
I'm not-
I can't read that out loud.
I'm not surprised, but at
Yeah.
the same time,
It was the 40s.
He wrote some messed up stuff
oh, yeah.
about certain people, about them being like the true monsters, even worse than the stuff he made. I'm like, oh god, dude,
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I'm not surprised, but
No, it's obviously not.
but yeah,
I won't say enjoy his work because I didn't enjoy it to begin
feel
with.
bad for
I enjoy the characters he made. I'll say that.
I
feel
don't
bad
know.
for that cat.
Cthulhu's
for
like
real.
the only
Yeah, I
thing
know,
Cthulhu
right?
knows about.
Yeah,
so,
Cthulhu. That's basically it.
yeah.
I mean, he made a bunch of shit.
That's probably
People
the
are probably
coolest
like,
thing he's
"Fuck
ever
that
done.
cat. What did that cat do?
I
It wasn't
know.
my fault."
Like you bought that cat. You went out of your way to get that
Could
thing.
have got the cat in his stride.
I think it was his childhood cat, and his parents named the cat, or maybe he named
Jesus
it. I don't know.
I would feel worse for him if his parents named it that, because then a lot of them like, damn, dude, you were kind of just born in a fucked up situation and kind of turned out that way.
Yeah.
Back to Doctor Strange and
Back to Doctor
and the fun conversation of his girlfriend dying every time.
Like, for a good
like
10
a
minutes,
1,000
looping.
times.
Talk about
like-
a depressing time loop.
Yeah, here's the thing.
And
Is
then
like
what's her face tried to stop him.
I get why he went crazy. Like I get, because there's a certain point. Like if there's someone that important you're trying to save, and they just constantly keep dying. You're just trying to figure it out, and you go down that rabbit hole. Like I almost get it. I almost get it. Like it's like I don't blame you for destroying the universe because you kind of
That's what. Yeah. That's.
you saw.
He
You
gets.
know,
So he uses the time stone. The events of Doctor Strange 1 still happen,
Yeah.
but at the end of it, he uses the time stone to try and save Christine,
And
which
fails
she
it.
fails at.
Even when
constantly.
she drives, he dies.
yeah.
He
He doesn't go there. She drives away and dies. Like
Yeah.
just constantly.
Even when they
dies.
stay back and ate pizza, she choked on it and died. And like,
Oh wait, I thought she got shot
yeah, she
Yeah.
Shot, the building
dude,
exploded.
Dude walked in. Oh,
because
yeah.
she had a heart attack while they were dancing.
Yeah.
She collapsed.
Yeah, no matter which way they took the drive there, they ended up getting
Let's
into a
take a look.
car accident.
And even when she drove, they still slid off the road.
Yeah, but
He
she
died.
was the one that died in that part, which I thought was so incredible because he was willing to give up his own life,
Yeah.
and it turns out that she still had to die and he still had
Yeah.
to live. I
And
thought
then-
it was incredible.
What was it, like 10 or 15
the
times?
Ancient One confronts him about this,
Like, what do
and
you-
he attacks her, and she threw out this split time spell that split him.
Tap the dark dimension.
Yeah, no, split
She is that
himself, his current self, and his past self before he made the decision.
She tapped into time stone power.
Yeah,
While he was
and
trying to
that
cast
was
the
a
spell.
cool. I thought that was really cool because then it was like, oh wow, this is
And then we don't
Now
even
there's
know.
two
We don't even know.
strangers
We
in
don't
the
even know
same
that's at the
timeline.
end.
no. They're
Oh.
like there's two strangers in one timeline now, and that made me think of Captain America, do you think Steve Rogers used the Time Stone at Endgame to stay in his timeline?
Well, he had
to get old, so we assume that.
that time travel technology.
He had the Infinity Stones with him.
Yeah.
He had to return them to their time stone.
Yeah, he returned
right.
and he decided to stay. At least that's what was given off.
Say
He had to return a lot of items.
Yeah.
And he had to
he
return
could
Mjolnir.
have used the Time Stone to stay in his own time.
He had to
That's
return-
why he did, because as they said, time travel, when you make a change, you branch out to a different timeline.
But he went back and
He
corrected
was
those branches.
he corrected those branches,
At the
and he was holding the Time Stone. That this could have
The
fixed
Soul Stone
Endgame's
of Macabro.
plot hole. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he still wasn't
I don't think
Captain America Steve Rogers, though.
No, he was just old Steve.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that alters the timeline already.
Right,
Because
right.
he was
But he
a young-
stayed in the timeline
he stayed in the 40s.
when he wasn't physically laws of
Supposed to be-
physics supposed to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he
What if
he
he was
alters it
destined to do that?
even going back.
If he was destined, it's all about he who remains at that point.
Right.
Well, that's what actually. I'm just thinking of Kang with the whole end of Loki
Yeah.
with Kang right now is, because they brought that up about them changing time, and he was like, no, that's supposed to, the whole thing
Yeah.
that's supposed to happen.
Mhm.
So it makes me think is no
The
matter
time
what
heist was supposed to happen.
what they did is leading up to, it's not like an apocalyptic event where it's not going to matter. It's like, because they actually, in Loki, they talk about the apocalypse. You can say, like, hey, it's going to be destroyed, and it's not going to stop it from not happening if it's just before. So that might be how they can get away with that. It's like, okay, so him staying there is not going to matter because at a certain point, this world is going to be fucked. That him staying does not change that fact.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but he stayed in the
Like
80s.
12 monkeys.
Yeah. Yeah. God damn it.
What happened in the 80s that caused an apocalyptic event? I think we're overthinking this at that
I
point.
think we are. I think we're thinking more about it than they are.
The what now? Sorry, I lost the conversation. Doctor Strange.
Doctor
Yeah.
Strange, yeah. So he decided
He started-
He heard of the Lost Library, so he went to the Lost Library. Found out that
There's
creatures
thoughts.
from other dimensions can change absolute points in time.
So he decided to summon the hardest one first. And got his butt whooped.
He got slaughtered.
So he's like, okay, let's start simple.
So he started
Over
small.
Over centuries
and
or
over
decades
a
or
span
something?
of centuries.
It was either centuries or decades.
He
I don't
just
really know what it
absorbed
was.
the powers of multiple.
He just kept knocking
multiple different cosmic aliens.
Right. Just kept on absorbing, so he can get strong enough to
And then
change
he
it.
became
He accused my old friend slices
evil
of an
sorcerer
absorb.
supreme, and then he fought himself, beat
Himself.
himself,
It was
beat
kind
the
of a,
good version of Strange.
Which
And
I knew that was going to happen.
absorbed himself,
And broke the time.
broke that absolute point in time because of how powerful he
She was afraid of him.
destroyed the universe.
And the Watcher was like, yeah, I can't
He
interfere.
was so powerful that he could sense and talk to the Watcher.
And the Watcher was like,
Which
You
is
get what
interesting.
you deserve.
It's one
Watcher
of the first
could- he
times that
could've
the
fixed
Watcher
it.
actually interacts with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, because somebody's so powerful who talks to you first, like, okay, fine, I'll interact.
Yeah.
But
And also, it was at the point
Yeah,
of
it-
him saying something wasn't going to affect what was
Right.
going to happen.
Like that
And he-
universe was going anyway.
Yeah.
so-
Notice one thing I
bet you
noticed
the
is
Watcher
he
could've-
used the hex spell that Scarlet Witch uses to stay in his lane, basically. Stay in his
So the
bubble.
universe broke around him and he was still his last
Yeah,
survivor.
and he opened up a hex, which is what Scarlet Witch opened up in her. Was
If
it New Jersey?
I still need I gotta finish watching that.
Yeah,
I want to say it was New Jersey.
If
Yeah,
I was,
but
you
that was
know,
that same spell.
if I was the Watcher, the last thing I would have said in that one was "Dicks out for Harambe."
Maybe
Like-
Harambe didn't die in that world.
This
Well,
is what-
exactly.
yeah.
You confuse the living shit out of him before he dies. Dicks out for who?
Wait, what?
What?
What is Harambe?
What does that mean?
Man,
Oh,
what
it's
if
this
we're
gorilla
like-
that got shot in a different universe. I don't know.
You'll get it.
You wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
is the Watcher stupidly powerful? Or does he just observe?
You just
He's
supposed to
reserved.
yeah.
Like, I don't think
So,
he's
from what I
not
can
strong,
understand-
but he's not weak. He's just there.
Yeah, he's not like the Beyonder
I bet you-
or anything
If you
like
go
that.
back to like VelociPastor, what we were watching.
Oh dear God. Why are you bringing that back up?
You know, what I'm saying is, basically, God that doesn't interfere is the Watcher. If you want to compare
I
the
mean,
two.
the Watcher does die in the comics. At least one of them does.
Not yet.
Gets killed.
But this is most people are considering this to be Uatu. Atu? How do you
Uatu, yeah.
Uatu. He hasn't said his name yet, but most people are just kind of figure that that's who that is.
Right.
He's like the main watcher that watches everything.
You know what I just thought about? That they probably would have had Stan Lee voice these if he was still here.
I mean, they chose a good fucking person to do it, but yeah, Stan. Now I'm thinking about it. Man, that would have been the way to fucking.
Can we have this season finale be a what if Stanley never died?
Oh, man,
I know.
that hurt. That hurt too much. I know I did hear a thing that like if we ever see like the World of the Watchers, they should have a Stan Lee statue just kind of there.
The greatest of them all.
Yeah.
He was talking
Employee of the century.
Apparently he was like a
Employee of all
Watcher
time.
himself, as confirmed in Guardians 2, is every cameo was literally just the same Stan Lee going in other places.
Employee
Tell
of
the Watchers
all
about it.
time.
Which explains the multiverse and everything. Now, speaking of the multiverse, and since, that wraps up number 4, right?
Yeah.
What do you think
next episode.
Okay. I wasn't going to say.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go to next episode then.
Yeah, well,
So is that everything?
Yeah. I
We're
think
only
that's
in
good.
an hour in. That's an hour.
I know. That's the reason why.
Yeah, okay.
I think, wraps it all up. What is next week's What If going to be about? Anybody know yet?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I know of 2 that are supposed to be happening. One I got spoiled on a figure. I bought some pop figures, and since I've done that online, I've been getting recommendations for it. And the one is an episode that hasn't come out yet.
What is it?
It's I don't know if you guys okay with being spoiled
Sure.
on a future What If.
Spoiler alert.
It's What If Gamora becomes Thanos, basically.
Oh, that's actually if you go on Disney Plus and you
If
just
you look at the pictures, it shows that.
It
shows
shows
that.
that.
It shows
I know the
Gamora with her
Killmonger
There's,
episode's coming.
What
and
If
zombies.
Zombies. There's another one. If you're looking at the main poster of What If on the app, is what if Ultron got his suit all together? Got his suit built in Age of Ultron, so it shows him with a Vision face and a cap and like a cape with Infinity Stones.
I'm looking
Pretty
at
dope.
what if Thor was banished to Earth but was still worthy of his mantle?
Oh, so he'd be
He's gonna be drinking and banging everything.
Right.
so he's Thor without the powers?
No, I think he still has the powers. So he's just Thor hanging out on Earth.
Yeah.
He can never return to Asgard.
Yeah, so he's just gonna be partying it up with his hammer flying around, just
Episode
getting
8.
everybody's business.
I'm down for that.
Oh, that'd be a fun up.
Episode
So
8 is
traditional-
the Marvel zombie one.
What's the next one?
The next one is
5.
yes,
It's
episode
not
5.
Google's not even showing me.
I was on IMDb.
Oh, okay.
Even
But
dead.
yeah, What If so far is this is one of my favorite Marvel shows.
Yes.
So we're gonna wrap
By
it
far.
up in
Yeah.
a second.
Oh, I
'Cause-
get to see episode 9. In an alternate timeline, Vision becomes an all-powerful android known as Infinite Ultron when merged with rival android Ultron.
Maybe that's what I was just talking about.
So Ultron and Vision.
And it's gonna be nice.
Oh, that's gonna be terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, by far terrifying.
All right, I think that'll wrap up episode 12. Anybody got a decision on the next bad movie for episode 14?
I don't know yet.
I chose this last one, so
Yeah. Will you choose? I think you.
I don't know. Grab a list.
Let me see
Look at the
let me
list.
see the list.
Well, what do
We
you
have a list.
What do you want, Will?
Bad movie.
you know you want that Llamageddon.
Who here owns Llamageddon?
It's on Prime, I think.
I'd have to get Prime. Okay, we can make that work.
I have Prime with 9.
There.
I could just cast.
Alright, wow.
Yeah, 'cause the list is now getting to 2 sections. Those are just more recent ones I threw on there on the back. And we are a professional podcast here. We know what we're doing. No, we don't.
No.
Who wants to get angry? We'll go to Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball
Dragon Ball?
Evolution.
Is
Yeah.
that on Netflix?
Someone's gonna have to buy it.
That's
I'll
fine.
do it.
It might be on Hulu.
I'm gonna see how
Well,
much it costs.
We'll look around.
No.
So yeah, stay
I'll pay you
tuned.
back for that. How's that?
Dragon Ball Evolution will be episode
Episode 14.
14.
I've only seen that once before. It was on TV, so it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's Prime.
Oh, it's on Prime?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to hijack someone's Prime.
That's fine.
Like I said, I have Prime, so.
Yeah.
Good.
We were hijacking someone's Prime.
We'll
but they,
hijack somebody's Prime.
Their year got was up, so.
I can cast
So
it or
you
whatever.
can sign in if you want. Because we have Prime on
Yeah,
TV.
We'll make it work.
Yeah, so Dragon Ball Evolution.
All right.
Prepare
So-
to get your hopes and dreams smashed.
Well, see you guys
So
next
that-
time.
Thank you
Alright.
for watching the Tanjet Zone.
I hate all you guys.
Good breeze.
Alright.
Oh yeah, that was cathartic. Yeah.
Well, episode 12.
Perfect.